Hi guys, this is Nikki, also known as Pieces Trader, and you're watching the Awesome 10X Live Market Update. It's the Philippine market. It's November 20, 2020. It is a Friday, so let's begin. There's a lot of people very happy, and we are swarming with a lot of Awesome 10X testimonials, screaming all their 100% moves. And of course, it's happening all over the country, also in the Philippines, and also all across the board, also all over the world. Too many good things. Thank you, Nikki, for giving me the confidence to buy back and hold ACEN. And then there's a lot of 100% wins on your ACEN. We will discuss what happened on AC Energy. And of course, just trivia for those people who are happy as well. Did you know that even if you entered on October, just last month, some of our Awesome 10X picks hit more than 100% in less than 30 days. That was our Xiaopeng motor. That was our RC Moto from 20 to 50, 5 to 16. Magnite was 7 to 14. Grow Generation was 16 to 30. Palantir was 950 to 19. Unity was 66 to 120. First fuel cell F cell was up like from 2 to actually 570, 2 to 6. Nano Dimension also 225 to 6. Some people entered 3, and it hit as high as 550. SBE, we were entering about 12. It's now trading at about 24, another 100% win. So many winners, but that's not all. We have more winners to share to you. So let's begin. Not just the Philippines, but also global. So take note that we are doing it 2 updates all the time. You can all replay it, what we are talking about for you. So let's take a look at the Philippine market. Your Philippine market is closing at the highest that it's ever been in the last, 7, 8, 12 months. PSEI is now trading at 7,169, up 172 points, up 2.4%. But more than that, let's take a look at your stats and your index. Your Philippine index, your market value is high, 10 billion. And as you could see, foreign buyers, actually the foreign buying and selling is not that important. What's important is the overall breadth of the market. And the overall breadth of the market is, of course, a bullish sign. Advancers are 159. Decliners are 66, and you've got everyone winning. Take note that we said San Miguel Corporation still had room to go up, and today San Miguel Corporation is up 8.6%. It's now trading at 126. Did you follow Awesome 10X? Okay, of course, there's a lot of winners, really, and we will just read it all for you. Let's take a look at the index mover, shall we? For the index, your SM, after hitting 1,000, consolidating from 11 to 1,000, it's now 1,050. Your SM Prime is 39.50 cents. Even your Ayala Land is always also on that level. Ayala Land and SM Prime are all 40 and 39ers. Your BDO finally climbed up after yesterday's climb of 5%. Today, another up 5% again. Your BDO is 104.7. And of course, with your Metro Bank following up, about 3%, 47.5. Your GT cap followed suit after stalling at about 550, 540, now trading at 600 pesos. It is 7% up. As you can see, it is a very strong move for your GT Capital. And that means that you would be up 50% on GT Capital because we have been recommending to buy it at about 400 peso below. San Miguel, even in just last few days, we did say that it just broke out of that 108 and 114. Congrats, it's now 126. We do think that there is some resistance at about 130. Nevertheless, people who got in don't need to sell. You can just always hold your winners as long as it is a winner. URC is now trading at 151. LTG climbs up 113.74. Even your security bank, a laggard in the bank, is climbing up 111.5. Your Ayala Corp is 855. Mega World is now 395. We did note that about 360 to 4, that was a potential profit-taking area. Do note that people does not seem to want to take profit. There are more bulls than bears, and as you could see, people who got in early on these property names are up significantly, 30%. So first they got the Ayala Lands and the SM Primes, then the Mega World. So take a look at the other property sectors. Your Robinson's Land, we did mention that even at 15.5 was a great entry point. Today it's at 16.7, which is a confirmation that we are also correct. You could see that everything is green, and the only MPI is the lone loser. Very few losers. Your MPI 414, your BPI is 86.1. Some people are taking profit after hitting 88, near 88. So it was 88 a while ago, and then it's now some profit taking at about 86. Your losers are usually your utility names or your supermarket names because they are seen as stable. In a reopening play, in a reopening pandemic move, the biggest moves will come from your Cebu Pacifics, your airlines, your macro Asias. We're going to take a look at all of them later, as well your casinos. Your Bloomberry is up 3%. It's now 876, a continuation move. And so we'll see that Jollibee is still stalling. It's a flag, actually. Some of the flags that we mentioned have broken out. Remember that we mentioned All HC, CPG, yes, your San Miguel's. I have a lot of paper. Where was my paper? So either way, I'm pretty a happy person there. So congratulations to all of you. We have to discuss that some of the people are wondering, after hitting more than 100% in some of the awesome 10x picks, should they take profit? So actually, we are going to go to charts. There are questions. Are we in a euphoria stage? Is it time to take profits? Applicable pa ba na mag-profit take? So we're going to see those charts as well, no? But let's take a look first on the biggest movers, the top gainers. So the top gainers for the day. Your Petron is up 12%. So finally, this Laggard has rallied 336 to 378, a breakout move. So that consolidation was something that was happening in the last, I don't know, 12 months, 11 months. So as for, yeah, we'll see. We'll explain the biggest winners. PCOR is a breakout that followed through today, 12%. Your ACEN is a question mark for most people. Should they take profit at 5.8? That's their question. Megawide is now trading at 10.6. If they entered at about 8, what should they do? You've got a lot of winners, right? Your Frutas is now trading at 152. Your San Miguel is, of course, trading at 126. You've got really a huge amount of winners, 10%, 10%, and most of you are probably holding on to your winners. So let's see. Yeah, so a lot of follow-throughs. Yeah, thank you. Sige. 324 for All HC, your CPG, follow-through. Iwan lang. Yeah, okay, thank you. So All HC, CPG, your Laggards are also rising back. What are your losers? Let's take a look at the losers. So the losers, okay, SSI is down 6%, 156. Should we pick it up? Okay, that is also a question mark. Let's discuss that. What else are the biggest losers with volume? WPI, 18 million, 14 million mark. So AR. So actually, there's not a lot of losers. So let's just, Double Dragon is also a loser, 1%, 145 to 1446. Yep. Okay, sige. Let's take a look at those things, no? 14.46. Most actively traded, your BDO, Laggard pick, going up. Okay, Ayala Corp, Metrobank converges back to that IPO price. So we mentioned that a few days ago, the 15.7 was actually just more leeways to hit it up because there's more bulls, especially when you saw the people in the Philippines complaining about their internet connection. That just tells you how massive the Converge is, an essential digital infrastructure of the Philippines, which is actually a buying area to actually enter more. So, sige, let's take a look. There's a lot of winners. Yeah, so, sige, mega wide, lalala. Tingnan natin lahat yan. Unahin natin yung mga biggest winners, ha? So, let's take a look at your ASENs. Okay. Everyone knows that we believe in DFA-GEI. That is just a moniker that I do. It's called despair, fear, apathy, greed, euphoria, and insanity. So that is something that was being asked with me. Is this in a euphoria stage? Is it in an insanity stage? So as you could see, just from a chart perspective, we don't have resistances. It's really at all-time high moves. From 4, it rallied to 6, even if you entered just a month ago. Actually, that is just November 11. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In just 6 days, we've got a 50% move on AC Energy. More so the people who entered here at about $2, 2 peso 25 cents. So the normal question of people is, are we in an insanity stage for ACEN? What should I do if I have shares? And okay. So there was really a fear that ACEN's SRO was gonna have a lot of profit taking. And when ACEN broke above 450, what happened was that it just solidified that apparently there was no selling pressure because the people who had the cost at about 220 or 3 pesos, any price here, they were not really willing to sell. So you saw that the GIC was there for AC Energy. Nobody wanted to sell. Take note that from 440, it fell to 395, but then got picked up very aggressively, even to as high as 420, which became that huge move. Meaning, every time ASEN will fall, there is more buyers than sellers, and therefore the buyers took it as a sign that okay, since nobody wants to sell their ASEN, what should they do, right? Okay, after this move though, I do have to tell you that from August, it took about July, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, took about 5 months to go from about 2 to 4, and just 6 days to go from 4 to 6, or another 100% win. That 100% win is only valid, of course, for the people who got in below 220. That's why, in my view, for people who are wondering, should they take profit? Should they trim? If you trim, they take note that the drop would probably be limited here at about, let's say you sold today at 580. You're not sure if you did the right thing. You're not even sure if it's going to go higher, right? So can it go higher? Let's take a look at the scenarios. Scenario-wise, these moves of abrupt vertical moves are really in the euphoria stage. It can go more insane. It's called the insanity stage. This is the greed stage. This is the apathy stage. So this is what you call the DFAGEI system of Nikki. Despair, D, fear, A is apathy, G is greed, E is euphoria, and I is insanity. This was the greed stage. This was the apathy stage. You're in the euphoria stage. So you're not yet in the insane stage. That is the 6th degree of emotions. In my view, there's more than greed and fear. And that was what I said. There's more greed, which is euphoria, and a higher euphoria is insanity. In an insanity stage, you shouldn't be quick to sell because you don't really know until it pops out. What if you sell at 6 only to see it at 7 and then see it at 8 or 9? So I'm not trying to tell you to be greedy bitches, but you have to be a bit aware that you are in the right horse, you're in the right place, and you deserve to win. How should you actually profit take if you are very giddy today? Okay, do note that this is probably one of the highest moves. The people who are buying here are susceptible for a lot of profit taking. And if it goes down, there's a lot of buyers here at about 5 pesos below. So a lot of people who missed out on the ASEN run are just really clamoring. They're chasing, I would say. But you are in a different position. You are seated right comfortably at about 2, 220, $3. You shouldn't worry about what they are doing. What you should only be aware of is that if it falls, you've got a lot of buyers here at about 5 below. If it goes higher, then you've got a reward of about 7, 9. How huge can the moves go? So actually, last night, we've got an awesome 10x pick that went 3x for us. FUV is RC Moto. We got it here at about 5, 530, 550. And we actually told that to you in the channel in YouTube. We've said that in the free show, but we've also done a lot of our deep dives for the inner circle members, why RC Moto deserve to go higher. Actually, we were saying 5 to 15. Indeed, it happened in just a single day. Take note, I'm going to share to you charts. This is what you call the greed mode, diba? And then this is the, from 7 to 10, that was your euphoria mode, right? This is the insanity mode. From about 10 to 15, 16, or even going to 20, that vertical move is the insanity move. And I don't want you guys to sell your winners in an insanity move. I mean, you want to sell it in an insanity move. So can 6 go to 8? Can 6 go to 9? I mean, I don't know if it will, but let's see where the market takes us. So the answer to the ASEN shareholders who kept asking me, Nikki, what should I do with my ASEN? I'm happy. I followed. I bought it. What else should I do? Can Awesome 10X help me out? This is the Awesome 10X answer for you, okay? So AC Energy, continue to keep. Your trail stop should be about 5. The rest of the people who don't have ASEN, this is just a lesson plan for you. to watch Awesome 10X so that you can make money with us. Now, Petron, this is something that people are asking, wow, that is a huge breakout move. I don't have Petron yet. I didn't buy here about 330. Could I buy even as high as 370 a while ago? The answer then was going to be the answer today. That is an expansion breakout volume. And where can your PCOR go high and high and high? Let's see. So on around May 2019, and this is March 2020. So even and the reason for that would probably be particular with transportation. You've seen your oil go down negative in a COVID world, negative 2 if you recall. We're gonna check it out, right? Gonna also use other than giving you charts. March, it was trading at about 350, fell down all the way to $2. Petron actually suffered more than you can say it's a 99% down kind of company, right? From about 21 pesos to as low as 2 pesos. It's a 90% down company. So it was a sympathy play. Nobody believed in the company actually, to be honest. And it's only upon confidence time. That's why this is a laggard that's happening only now to actually finally break out. Meaning, this was the least of the people's bargain hunts when it comes to a reopening play. Oil isn't a sector that most people wanted. It's only because they're so up with other companies that they're willing to now put the risk on to companies like Petron. So how high is the risk gonna be taking them? Let's say their appetite for risk, how high? Okay, those people who consolidated and bought, can you imagine this? That's like from April to November, that's like 7 months of laggardness. 7 months, and then recently, after that COVID vaccines in just 1 week, are we seeing this as a euphoria zone for Petron? So you could see that Petron can, of course, get some profit taking. Let's first see the potential resistances here. Assuming you got in here at the breakout point of about 310 or even here na lang sa mga 330 zones. Okay, so greed zone, and then the complete the vertical move euphoria zone. It can senses first. It's not gonna go zoom and zoom in so much money. Petron have some selling pressure, and these are your selling pressures. Let's outline that for you. You've got this number first, 4 pesos. This is your 4 peso resistance. Teka lang, guys. You've got this resistance outright for you. Around 4 to 4 pesos, 410. And then this is a huge resistance at 440 and 460. Let's take it one step at a time. If it falls though, what can we do for the people who don't have Petron? Can they buy? They didn't buy at 3, they didn't buy at 330. They're only listening to Awesome 10X, so they want to know how do they buy Petron. You can buy Petron if and only if it gives you an entry point somewhere at about 360 below, 360, 330. If you did buy today at 378, that's also okay as long as you have a buying area here at about 350. Meaning, as long as you're buying a flag zone, because there's a magnitude move today, it can flag or it can go higher next week to $4. That's also possible. Do note that if it goes higher, oops, there's a seller, oops, there's a seller, and more sellers on the way up. Very strong volume, meaning there's a confidence on the oil energy plays. And Petron is your leader or the leadership there. As you could see, Petron moved up after a 90% drop. Your Shell Philippines also has been a laggard. This sector has been a company that nobody wanted to touch even during the pandemic. From 30 pesos February, fell down to about 18, even went new lows, even on October, when the market in general, even your Jollibees, even your other names have been rising. So this is, we'll say that this is one of the losers in the market. And right now, the market is so hungry for some for some movement, that they would even prefer losers. They would even buy losers in their portfolio. That's what we are seeing. There's a rotation happening from leaders like an ACEN. Some people are thinking that, well, look, I'm up like 200, 300% on ACEN. Are you really sure that I can't make money on Shell Philippines or a Petron? That is the question of some people. And the awesome 10x answer here is that you can make money even in a loser, because losers can actually temporarily become, and actually that is something that we shared in our inner circle. Our title was, can one night stand turn into a long-term relationship? That is a meaning wherein a one night stand could be, maybe you're there for Shell in the short term, but what if it happens to be a long-term relationship? Well, we actually discussed this with more charts, and it's actually an inner circle class, which is why I want to invite you to enter our inner circle to get to know these classes. Wherein actually we explain a lot. We explain a lot global actually, but I can explain as well in the Philippines. So you can see 14. We have a resistance here at 20. How high can this move go risk reward wise? You've got the volume, so there are people that are picking it up. These would be your first resistances zones from about March 26 all the way to 14. So people are bargain hunting because it has fallen 50%. So these are your resistances, guys. 20 pesos 60 cents. Let's round it up. From 1930 to 2060, expect a resistance there. Expect another resistance here at 22. And finally, guys, 24. So from 26, it fell down to 14. Can it rally to 20, 22, 24? That is your resistances. And therefore, you've also got some higher low supports. That higher low support comes from people who are willing to buy a loser because they can see their risk reward is okay, meaning they're buying at 17, they're buying at 16, they can sell it perhaps at 19, 20, 24. So there are always these people who will rotate. And Shell Philippines and Petron are getting that rotation love. What happened to the rotation? We said that after Ayala Land, Ayala Corporation, your SM, at some point in time, we argued that your GT caps would actually become a beneficiary of that laggard action. And true enough, that happened. Take note, October, from about 390, it's now hitting 600. That is a 50% even in just October. Did your Ayala Corp go up 50%? The answer is no. October, 700 to 875. It rallied 20%, but the other one gave you 50%. So there is really some laggard action movement. And definitely when SMC rallied and broke out that 108, this just moved at 126. It can even hit 136. These are what you call laggard moves, wherein the market wants to rotate from a leader to a laggard. Does it happen? The answer is yes. We said that casual hookups can become long-term relationships. We call our long-term relationships awesome 10x secular winners. After hitting 100, 200, 300% on your secular winners worldwide, are people rotating to some laggards? The answer is yes. Cebu Pacific is a laggard. Take note what happened to this laggard. We were opining the 39 is going to go 55 at the very least. And 40 indeed went to 52. So far, you are getting some profit taking. However, guys, if this love affair, if this casual hookup becomes a true love affair, Cebu Pacific doesn't just stop at 50. It can always rise to 65 and 75. So let's take it one step at a time on your relationship with Cebu Pacific. You already have a free trip to Japan if you bought at about 39 to 49. It's actually just me giving, I'm not really sure how many shares you have. However, I'm pretty sure that a 20, 50% move is already enough for your trip to Japan. But how about a trip around the world? It's not just a trip to Japan. Let's make it a multi-destination trip, shall we? So how high can Cebu Pacific go, really, realistically? What we do know is that the uptrend is intact, and you are rewarded for that long-term investing consolidation here at 39s. You added more at 44. Good job. Should you add more on your winners at 48, 49? That is the question that maybe some people who already have a winner are asking. Awesome Tennis believes that yes, it is a winner. And so that resistance at 55 will be eaten up eventually, guys. I don't know if it's going to take a day, a week, a month, but we are just in the greed zone. Cebu Pacific is not in the insanity zone. It's not even in the euphoria zone. This is just in the greed zone. And when you buy greed, the biggest money that you make, of course, is some people like the start of the apathy to greed. That is the breakout zone. And then this is still the greed zone. The euphoria and insanity zone where you actually would sell would be somewhere at about 75 to 84. I don't know how long it takes. It could take a year. It could take 6 months. But Awesome 10X does believe that if you do not have any idea, Nikki, I don't have money. Sorry, I don't have any idea, but you have to give me a stock pick today. Nikki tells you that, okay, you can still buy 49.5 all the way to about 45 levels. Take note that we were willing to buy 44 to 39 before. Actually, I do think that this uptrend, let's take it one step at a time, 55, 65, 75. That is your targets for your Cebu Pacific shares. Should I just invest in a Philippine airline? And that is a question that most people have. Or should I also buy all the airlines in the world? I want to be an airline magnate. And the answer that we have said is actually you can own everything. Cebu Pacific is a buy. But yes, we also bought a lot of overseas winners in the airline space. So let me discuss a few airlines just for the people who haven't really gone global. What is it that you are missing out a lot from? Well, this isn't an airline, guys. Palantir is not an airline. Yeah, we got in at 9. It's now 19. I'll tell you more. But from the airline space, yeah, we did buy some Boeing, some Delta Airlines, and some American Airlines. So let's take a look at that. And of course, some Cathay Pacific for the people who actually travel to Hong Kong with a Cathay Pacific Air. So let me just show to you the magnitude moves that you can still make, even if this is your first time watching the show. This is your first time watching Awesome 10X. You feel that you've known me all your life and you wanted to just ask me all day. So I'm going to give you some answers. Don't worry. Yeah. So the answer really is that you are not too late. If you think that you are late, the reopening theme was ignited. There was like 15 times worldwide that the reopening themes was trying to buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. And we said that that buying, selling action is now going to be not a range. It's going to be higher highs, higher lows. You're going to see an uptrend reversal. So Cathay Pacific from 10 all the way to 5. This is now at 7 or a 50% move. Any dips of Cathay Pacific 7 to 6 should be bought. We bought at about 620. So we gave a buy at about 620 for Cathay Pacific. Even example, American Airlines. For the last 7 months, it's been stalling and sleeping like your Cebu Pacific shares, right? Here, even at 1280, if you buy this name, I do believe that it goes back to about 14, 15, and even as high as 20. So the reality is, these are your laggards, similar to your Petrons, similar to your Shells. Does that mean that there are oil energy plays that Nikki likes? The answer is yes, and that is Este, Earthstone Energy. As you could see, we are freely giving away our picks. This was actually a free Friday class pick as well. We do give a lot of just watch our channel daily, learn, make some money because you deserve to make money. We believe that Filipinos have to make money, non-Filipinos also have to make money, and we are willing to share our winners with you. Why do we do this? Because I know I'm rare. Most people who know how to money don't like to share. But we here in Awesome 10X believes that Filipinos should actually share their wealth, share the money-making attitude, and actually help you make some money in return. So, yeah. And of course, we would like you to also subscribe to Awesome 10X and make some money with us. You make money, we make money all at the same time. I forgot as well to say, for those people who don't have an account abroad, please know that we can help you open your Interactive Brokers account. This is our Awesome 10X. Sign up, put your name, put your email. We will help you open your Interactive Brokers account. You don't need to have a lot of money. $1,000 is enough for you to start your global portfolio and actually make a lot of money with us. So housewives, farmers, actually, this is an awesome 10x testimonial from a housewife. And she said that, hello, awesome 10x. This is a testimonial. I am a housewife. I am shy to post. Ang ganda ng portfolio mo. You're up 9% in a single day. Yeah, amazing. A housewife here. Her $80,000 was up like 9% last night, $7,000 in just a single day. But I know where those moves are coming from. Those moves are coming from the RC Motos, the Charge Point, FUV, SBE. A lot of people are happy. This is an awesome testimonial. We help everyone, even small test, even the others, but this is a lot to me. I'm following you, and the RC Moto recommendation, awesome. I got in at 7, it's 14. Yes, it went 16. He was up 110%. Thanks for all you do. I'm up 43%. Thank you so much. Thanks for being awesome. So you could see that he also has some Charge Point, some Funko, some Beyond Meat, some Futu, Robin Hood of China. Yes, there's some losses for now for some Miniso and American Airlines, but we do note that that's going to go up eventually. He's got some Activision, Tyson Foods, Rocket Loans, some Sientra. Yep. So those are just like some testimonials. And definitely, even like, so yeah, we have so many people doing all-time highs already. And we don't want just us to be the ones profitable when we can help more and more Filipinos. Total addressable market is actually so big for you to make some money in return. Teka lang, ang daming tanong. So, isa-isa. Pero, i-chart ko yung mga comments nyo. Hops is asking, is it time to take profit? Depends, sir. You are in a good position today. I don't want you to sell your winners. If you do want to sell some winners, sell only 1/3, sell only 1/2. Applicable pa ba yung saying na Bull Fridays equals Bear Mondays? I think the answer there is a question depending on how exposed you are. The answer in my view is it depends on the stock. Good PM, is APC bullish? SSI was sold down. Is it a buy on correction? Okay, we're going to answer that question. APC is not something that we cover, so I can't quite answer. I'll just take a look at the chart now. This breakout isn't quite significant in my view. Very low volume, so I would prefer your Petron. And then you asked me about SSI. SSI had downtick today, but actually it's just part of any consolidating flag. So let's take a look. How low can SSI go for people who don't have SSI? How can they enter? So actually, after the breakout from 135, it rallied to 169. It's now consolidating at about 156, 152 can be a consolidation. Some people are profit taking. They're probably wondering whether they should profit take or not. The answer of Awesome 10X is no. This is a consolidation breakout. You've got this one. I'm going to share to you. This was the apathy zone, the greed zone, and we're actually not yet in the euphoria zone. So ganyan lang yan. Continuation, continuation. Tapos, saan talaga resistance niyan? Dito pa guys, sa mga 2 pesos. Around 190 to 226 to 260 to 280. Hindi ka pa nandyan, so hindi mo pa ibebenta yan. CPG, hindi ko pala nakwento. Pero CPG, kaka-breakout lang yan last week, di ba? A few days ago, we mentioned it. So, those who have some CPG, kakasimula lang yan. Any dips of CPG will actually be a rotation to a laggard. So, makikita mo naman yan eh. Breakouts of 40 cents, 44 cents, the first 10%. It can go 50 cents. May resistance yan, 48 to 50. But as you well know, a lot of these picks can actually bought on pullbacks. Wait lang, guys. So, may rotation to the laggards. Rotation to the weak names, to the bad names, or we call the weak names bad names. So, it's nothing to do with them being bad. Hello, tinawag ko nga yung mga Disney and Starbucks na bad name eh. Kasi, they're a bad stock given pandemic. Pero syempre, when you're gonna reopen, uy, good stock yan. So, may mga ganon. Hindi ko alam what do you mean with one night stand? Yeah, One night stands. So one night stands can turn into long-term relationships. We do think that it's better to understand upon context. So upon context. Take profit na ba or January na? Depends, sir, on what you hold. I think that there are some so you have to understand. So it really depends on you. Thank you so much, ASEN and EMC. Is it still a good buy? ASEN looks to be in the Euphoria zone, probably buyer. So I don't know. So actually, it's more of I'm not buying, but it's also I'm not selling. It could be higher. I don't really know. Thank you for ASEN, MAC, Metro Bank, and PLC. Yes, Metro Bank was something that we reiterated, quadruple bottoms at about 34, 35, and now it's trading at 47. You've got the resistance about 52 and 55. Nagstay above point 0.8 na si FA. What can you say about that? So PHA in my view is yun, resistance kasi yung 0.8 eh. Patapusin mo muna yung resistance niyan. Pwede siyang tulakin pa, pero wag mong hahabulin. Pwede yan mag-flag. Pwede yan mag-flag kasi ito yung greed, ito yung euphoria zone, pwede pa mag-insane zone. The insanity zone is usually reserved. It's usually reserved, guys, for the people who got in early on. So sila yung may karapatan to make 300%. Kung wala kayo niyan, wag na kayong mag-ambisyon. Okay? Converge, what can you say? Umaangat siya, so okay naman. I think Converge was rising because of that. Yun nga, di ba nagkaroon ng outage a couple of days ago. So yun. It just solidified that people need Converge. So yun. Hi, Nikki. I'm planning to include first gen on my renewable portfolio. Can you still recommend it at today's level? Honestly speaking, I am not quite sure. Hindi ako masyado confident sa 28. I just lack kulang lang ako ng knowledge. So maybe the answer to me is I don't know. Do you remember how high Double Dragon went historically? It went as high as 80. That was the insane zone. Okay. Nikki, 93% up. ASEN, thank you to MAC and Cebu Pacific to agree. Thank you. I am recommending ACR for renewable energy. Okay, some people are saying that ACR has pivoted to renewable energy and they said that ACR is their pick. Let's take a look at ACR for the people who wants a renewable energy pick that hasn't still rallied very, very far. So AC Energy, indeed, as you could see here, there was that move up from about 90 cents to 145, consolidated and never broke that 145, even if the market was ripe hot. So these are what you call the laggards. So they're not necessarily losers, but the market is really just neglecting all of them. And that's what happened on your Cebu Pacific. Only until recently did it actually wake up, right? So, and also that was happening in your GT caps. Only until recently did it wake up. Okay, I'm not sure if this will really wake up. We don't have a lot of volume. So that means that people who are speculating at 139 are people who are hoping that this one will break out of 148 to go to 160 and 190. Very strong resistances on that front. But this one is still not in the... So it's more of a question mark. I don't know if it's going to go up. So it's in the apathy zone right now. I bought 1 million shares of ACR on 115. So this is a person who bought ACR on 115. Would prefer buying greed names. Hindi sila, kasi ganito yan eh. Days. So most people, they don't like ako mismo, I'll tell you what, With that context, I don't think that you can 10x your money even if you wait a long time. Let's say you really, really wait years from now. It has to be more, a supermarket can only grow based on expansion growth, assuming that the market is very high growth mentality on Mary Mart. At some point in time, I'm not so sure how high it can go. So as long as it's, I took a look at the charts for those with Mary Marts. As long as it's above 5 pesos, you just protect your cost. You just don't let it fall. And as to whether it goes higher and higher, let the market dictate, because I really don't know how high it can go. No resistance, so it can go 550, 6 peso, depends on the market. Naglalag ako kasi PLDT ako. So hindi ako naka-converge. Ayun. Naglalag ako. Pasensya po. Okay, is DMC a buy? DMC is a buy for Awesome 10X at 4 plus levels. We do think that can go higher. It is a laggard that can go higher in our view. DMC right now, let's take a look at the charts. These are laggards that we believe in, actually. DMC. We took a contrarian view on DMC, right? So we were saying that DMC, given that Semirara was, of course, a coal power producer and people are afraid of the stake of DMC on Semirara, we highlighted that DMC had many different companies and they were actually in different sectors, such that we actually opined that it didn't deserve that much of a discount against your other conglomerates. So how high can DMC go? A very strong resistance at 7, and of course this resistance still at 6. Whether it can go higher or not, I think it's dependent now on the market risk sentiment. That said, it's very clear that the people who have DMC, especially those 5 below, will continue to plow their money on these assets, these stocks, because they believe in DMCI construction, they believe in DMCI nickel mining. For those who aren't in the know, please check DMC. We made a mention DMC. Just type it in DMC. Awesome 10X. Yan. Should we buy DMC at 4 plus levels? Yan. Just check it out. Marami naman. So yun. So it's a 40-minute episode already. I'm gonna stop recording now. So just see you guys tomorrow, a Monday. And yun. So just a happy day for all of you. Congratulations. And do watch Awesome 10X all the time. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.